goodness, y'all are starting things up already. I love you. Thank you, Miss Stephanie, for the super chat. And I didn't have the other things up, so I don't even have the horizontal chat widget. Hello, the Todd. Yes, horizontal and the effects. Okay, now the effects are up. So I didn't have anything up to show that it all happened, but thank you. And it looks like Twitch is saying that stream stickers isn't working, so I got to turn that on because you do know that Ryan will probably pop in and he will probably have a gnome fart in my face because that's what he does. And I haven't even pulled up Twitch yet. We had a lot of fun in our members only thing, and I just rolled down. Okay, I had to mute that because I was hearing myself. Anyway, we did have some fun in the members only thing. I thought there was something wrong with the sound because it went out and in and out. Okay, this time or on the members only? Because there was an issue on the members only because I kind of I didn't have. Rebooting the computer resets things. So I have to go in and manually set them back up again, which sucks. I really don't like that. But let me get to the right thing. I need to pop out the chat of all the things. Where's my chat? Let me pop out that chat first because that's the important chat. I need to do the one with all my YouTubies. There we go. So we have the YouTube chat there, and then I need to... Ah! What the heck? Okay, I have a question. Can y'all hear that? Can you guys hear the text to speech? Because I didn't turn it on, but I'm thinking something changed in something, and I don't know how to turn it on. Come on, computer. So did y'all hear all of that? I don't know if you did or not. Let me... Okay, so it's just playing in my ears. That's fine. That's fine. That's why I was saying, what the heck? So it says, people are saying, Maureen Pryor says, no. So there's a... Okay, so apparently I have a text-to-speech thing that is reading off everything that is being said in the chat into my headphones, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. I probably turned it on at some point on something, but I don't know. Maureen Pryor says, meow Todd. Hey guys, thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, I gotta turn that off because it is extremely distracting. I'm wondering if it's my streamer bot chat because it might be. Where's that one? Is that? Oh yeah, it would. Okay, I don't see anything in the settings for that. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can make y'all hear it because, yeah, because the thing. But I don't even know where it's coming from. I really don't. Okay, I'm going to turn off my streamer bot chat and we're going to see if it still does it. So, anyhow, welcome. Welcome. Thank you guys for popping in again. I love all of y'all. And I do want to say thank you to everybody that came to the members only live stream. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I'm glad that we got the thing working. Well, it wasn't that one. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was apparently was not my streamer bot chat. Okay, it looks like it is coming from OBS. I'm going to mute that one. We're going to see if that does anything. I don't know. But hey, Terry Cooper. And it looks like it's only YouTube because it didn't do the thing for when Terry Cooper said meow Todd. Oh, maybe. Okay, I think I know where it might be. It may be something with Social Stream Ninja. It might be. I don't know. I don't think I... Why is that not doing? Okay, so I turned it off in the audio thing. So at least I can do that. I will be testing this later. I don't want to spend all day doing, I don't want to spend all day doing testing. So, but it was kind of nice hearing that. It was just, I can't do all of it. And I'm making sure it doesn't go to y'all. There are no points. But you can do exclamation point check. I turned off the points last week. I have not turned them back on yet, but I also turned the volume way down so I can hear when somebody does say something. But anyhow. Okay, what we're going to do today, because Spellbinders Club Kits, and okay, today is the 8th, okay? Tuesday the 8th. Uh-oh. Has Stamper Girl been naughty or nice?
Ho, ho, ho.
Yay! You have been nice. Good girl. Yay. Okay, so because we do, okay, today is the 8th, so we're going to do one more video with the club kits. I do have a few things that I still need to work with. I might even take out my wax, but I don't think I'm going to bring out my wax furnace. I'm probably just going to use a heat gun. Okay, I have to wait for this too.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay. Restream just congratulated me for having received 100 messages in chat today. Anyway, we're going to play with this stuff. Some more things. I do want to do the better press, and I'm going to do it with the regular. I can't find the foil panel that I used, that I did last week, but that's okay. So today is the 8th, which means the 10th is coming up fast. The 10th. What's broken? Stamper Girl, what's broken? I don't know what's happening. Anyway, we're going to play with some of this stuff. I'm going to make a card. I'm going to try to stay focused and get the things done. And I think I'm going to put myself down there. I can put myself anywhere I want. Anyway. Oh, Santa is broken because he's lying. Okay, so I'm going to do something with these guys. Haven't decided what. Y'all loved the cards we made last week. And the one that I did with this one on Thursday. Why did I put it away? I know why I put it away, because I'm still working on getting stuff out in the mail. And I put some of the things in the mail today. Some of the more recent did not. But the one we did. I love this little guy. He's so cute. This is what we made last week. Isn't they adorable? I think this was on Twitch. Was this the Twitch stream? Okay. Oh my God. What penguins? Penguins? I don't have penguins out. Christina says, my 18-year-old daughter is getting her first tattoo, so I'm hanging out while I wait. This is not what I planned for the day. Yeah, I don't have a tattoo. But isn't he adorable? But this little guy can be made into one of the cocoa mugs. And we made a cocoa mug card also. Or was this the... That one may have been the one we did on Thursday. So I think I did this one on Tuesday and this one on Thursday. But isn't it cute? Yeah. And then I still have all of these. Snuggie, not penguins. I thought those are penguins. What are they? I don't, honey. I don't know. I'm going to have to look. This is the club kits. Where's my other things? I'm lost again. Good grief. So my plan for this last week has been this weekend I was planning on, here's my other cards. Okay, these are all the ones that are for the clubs so far. My plan had been, was that a die cut? Okay, we're going to go back through the clubs. Just for Dallas. Just for Dallas. Just for Dallas. Okay. Which means I'm going to pull out the other ones just to make sure we've got all the things. Because I have to get started playing with the stuff that's coming out on the 10th, and there's a bunch. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the 10th. I really am not sure. So we've got the Better Press of the Month that makes this fun pattern. Okay, we've already used it with some foil, although I did not put it on a foil. I did not put it on a card. We've got 2 different embossing folders. We've got stencils that I've already put away in my binder, and I can get them back out if I need to. We've got the hot foil, which is gorgeous. This is from the shaker card. This is from the live stream we did this was Tuesday. This was last Tuesday. I slept since then. Oh, some of those I did Tuesday morning, and this one was Tuesday night. But yeah, look at the foil. This is just gorgeous. Love it. So we've got that. And then we've got our stamp and die, which is all of our fun sentiments and some snowflakes. This one makes this. It makes little mittens, and it makes the sweater, which I realized after the fact that we've also got pieces for the cuffs, and I didn't realize it, or I probably would have put them on like in white or something. But we've got that. We've got a little cocoa mug. We've got a little snowman. There's also a little Santa head and a snowflake that you can put in there as well. So this is really, really fun. So cute, so cute. That one was done on... There goes your phone. Hey, Terry. Hey, Mary. Anyway, this is very fun. I love this one. And it even has a couple of these pieces here. I didn't know what it was, so I had to look at the website. It makes for the steam. So we have the steam coming up. Thank you, Mary. Okay, so we've got all of that. So that was that one. This one does do a few different things. This one makes cocoa mugs. Sully interrupted me and scared me. Okay. So this one does a few different things. The one that we've done with him so far is this little guy. So we did a reindeer. I think he's so cute. Yes, eeks. And what she did that with, there is something called Tangia. I think... Mary, I think you have a button for Tangia. I'm not for the Tangia link. I'm not sure, but it may just be ! Tangia. Not sure. But anyway, Tangia lets you do all sorts of things. I don't even know what all's in there because I'm not in control of what is in there. A couple of my favorites, of course, are Sully. And there's also the Men in Black. There we go. Thank you so much, Mary. Yeah, that one shows you the link so that you can get into Tangia and see all the things that are there. Open it on a separate tab so you don't miss anything. But you can basically do stuff on the stream. Okay, you can make stuff happen, which is really cool. So these are ones that I did not have to build myself. Okay, so anyway, we've got a little reindeer. This, you can tell, is Santa. Okay, so we've got a Santa. You can also do, which someone was saying penguins, you can do a penguin. There is a penguin face there. I think that's a penguin face. Yeah. Anyway, there is a penguin face, so that you can do a penguin as well, because we've got the little beak.
Now look, Buster.
And we've got Daffy.
Now what? Brother, what a way to run a railroad. Now, as I was saying...
Mary, thank you. Okay, and I did notice that the spin pop said $2.69, which I'm sure is not correct for $5 Canadian. I did let them know. I did post in the Discord for Stream Up Tips that it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be USD. So let me do conversion. And that comes to $3.66 in USD. So thank you so much, Mary. Yeah, you are so sweet, honey. So yeah, so far we've got, let me maximize that one. Miss Stephanie, or first in, Miss Stephanie did the $4 right off the bat. Thank you so much, honey. And I don't know how to do this. It says let's celebrate them, but I already said it, but I don't know how to do it. And then Mary has done 10 Canadian dollars. Y'all rock. I know what you're doing. You just want to make me cry. But I have fought myself from crying over lots of things. Happy things make me cry more often than sad things do. But anyway. Yeah, but thank you so much, Mary. I do definitely appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Absolutely. And with the car issues right now, yeah, we're probably going to have to buy another car. Because he's kind of tired of working on them. Yeah. Anyway, so we can't do it sounds like somebody wants me to do a penguin. Did someone say they wanted a penguin? Is that what somebody said? Y'all have to tell me. Do we need to do a penguin? And I'm playing with my buttons because I don't remember what things are. It's not that one. I thought I had to. I think I figured out a way to clean all this stuff up. So Stamper Girl says yes. Jim says penguin. Stamper Girl's I love me some penguins. And Mary says penguin. And then Stamper Girl puts a penguin up on the screen. Yes, but I can't remember who. And then Kelly says gingerbread. The gingerbread man is super easy to do and super quick. The penguin, I'm going to have to look at the images and see how they're doing it to make sure I've got all the colors in the right spot, because I believe it's just this piece is the main piece for that. So let me pull up that real quick. Y'all are nuts. I love you. Okay, Spellbinders. So on the 10th, which is Thursday, I will be sending out a message, an email and everything out to you guys. But we will be going live at noon, and we will be looking at and creating something with new collections from Spellbinders, and there's a ton of them. So I don't know for sure what I'm going to be actually creating with yet. I want to look at the small die. Or is that the large die? I think that's the small die. And I want to see where someone made a penguin. That's how they did it. Okay, y'all are going to have to see this. Where's my button? There's my button. Okay, y'all have to see this. We're going to do that. And then I have to hit this other button. But yeah, look at the penguin. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And I think I'm going to also use the Better Press for the background. That'll be cool. Don't know colors or anything yet, but isn't he adorable? And that should be some easy breezy, some easy breezy die cutting. So that means we need our die cutting machine out. Do y'all want to see what's coming? I can go ahead and show that real quick, but I can't spend too much time. It is already 5:30. I'm going to show you a little bit so you have a little bit of an idea what I'm talking about for Thursday. So we've got North Pole Friends from Simon Hurley. Yeah, super cute. I know y'all can't really see it. I don't want to get off of this screen because I will spend all day on here. Let's see if I can just make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so we've got Santa and Mrs. Santa and Snowman and elves. We've got all of those fun things. This one is bears. Let's see, this one, that one is, we got lots of Santa thingies. Purple for the background. How is your penguin blue? When I say penguins, Todd tells me this joke. A penguin walks into a bar and he asks a duck walks into a bar and the duck asks the bartender, got any penguins? And the bartender says, no. So the duck leaves. Next day, the duck walks into the bar and asks the bartender, you got any penguins? And he says, I told you yesterday, no. So the guy leaves. So then the next day, the duck walks into the bar and says, you got any penguins? And the bartender says, no. Next time you do that, I am going to nail your beak to the bar. So the duck leaves. Next day, the duck comes in and says, got any nails? And the bartender's like, what? No. And then the duck says, got any penguins? That is Todd's penguin joke. Okay. He's back there laughing. Okay, so we've got bears, we've got snowmen. Danielle Brown did a lol. We got a little, yeah. All of these little fun things for Santa. Look at, I'm from Simon. Look at this one. This one's another mug. Oh, bad dad joke, yes. But we got another one. Look at that. That one has got Santa with ice. Yeah, that is a super cute mug. We've got this one over here, which is a little car. I love these. I don't remember even which ones I got. I know I got this guy. This one is a Better Press Christmas tree. I did get this one, which is Better Press calendar. We've got Snowfall, Better Press. I don't remember what I got. They're coming out with the, I don't even remember. It says splatter effects. This is basically the same as what Fun Stamper's Journey used to have. And so I've got both of those colors, so I'll be trying those out. I did not get the handles. I need the handles. But yeah, we got lots and lots and lots of things. I got the cameos. I'm looking through here to see. Another thing we have, this is the biggest part. So I've got a lot of different things. I am going to go ahead and show y'all. How about a color deck expansion pack for the color deck that I just got, and a color swatch pedal stack that goes along with the pedal thing that we've already got. These are super cute. These are all country. So we've got a rocking chair and a star and a horse-drawn carriage and a barn. We got a Christmas barn, another snowman. Yeah. And that's just page 1. But here's the big thing. The big thing is this one. And yes, I will be looking at this. I've got it. I haven't really opened it to see what all's in there. But we have ourselves Merry Moments Limited Edition Holiday Card Making Kit. So, okay, ads are done. Okay, so if you are wanting to make a ton of Christmas cards and maybe you're not really into all of the die cutting and all the things like what I am, this has got all of your stuff in it. It's got papers. It's got embellishments. It does have some stamps. I don't know what all else is in it. This says envelopes. It's got enough stuff to make 25 cards and more. Okay. So 13 A2 cards and matching envelopes, 12 cards and matching envelopes that are 5x7, 14 sheets of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, foil paper, 6x6 paper, die cut shapes, chipboard embellishments, sticker sheets, clear stamp set, wax seal embellishments that I have to look into because I haven't opened mine. Okay. I've opened the box but I have not ripped the paper yet. So that will be coming up. Not today. You have to come back on Thursday. And if y'all want to look at this, we will look at this. Sequins, foam stickers. Yeah. Yeah. Adhesive tape, instruction sheets. Yeah, you can make over 50 cards with something like this. It gives you enough cards and envelopes to be able to make 25, but you're going to have extra stuff. So if you have cardstock, and there goes the snail. If you have cardstock and you can make your, yeah, it was, somebody threw a sticker at the page. I think it was Country Guy. Hey, Ryan. You can make a ton, you can basically get all of your Christmas cards done in one thing. Mary wants to collaborate. What? I don't have that set up, honey. I'm sorry. That's one where I don't think I think I did have it set up, but I haven't tested. We need to test that. We need to test that. So let me know. We will do that in a couple, maybe we can do that. I don't know when. I have to figure out, there's going to be a time when my computer's going to be I'm not going to be able to do anything because we're going to have taken out one of the hard drives. Yeah. So anyway, that's some of the stuff that is coming up on that I'm going to show y'all on Thursday. So the next couple of weeks, we're going to be making lots and lots of Christmas cards, right? Was there anything else I wanted to show on this? Because there's more. I know there's more. Well, let's look at the next page. And y'all can see all of the coming soon stuff at any point in time. Oh, yes, we have more house mouse. Look at that. We have more house mouse. This one's where they're painting an ornament. This one's where they've basically got a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. This one, yes, Halloween. Yes, I did. Did I get that one? Yes, I did. Okay, so we have a house mouse, and then we're going to have the things from, sometimes in the next month, we're going to be having the new things for Winnie the Pooh. I love that these are on here because I have unpublished, I never delete the VOD, but I have unpublished a video on Twitch because I made a card using these a couple of weeks ago thinking it was coming out last month, and it didn't. So it's not coming out yet. And so once it is out, then I can share that. So anyway, but yeah, we got more Winnie the Pooh things. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff coming, right? A lot of stuff. Okay. Mary says, stop it. The house mouse is friggin' adorable. I mean, yeah. And Jim, who is bad? Is it me that is bad because I'm going to be playing with all the things and you guys are going to want them all, and you don't buy everything. Just pick one thing for yourself. Yeah. What we're going to do today, though, is we're going to use the same set that we did this guy with, and we're going to make another. I was thinking I didn't put an embellishment on this one, and this was, yeah. I love House Mouse too. That is good. Oh, Santa is sending me coal for that video. Why do you think I took it down? I mean, I did finally, is that the one? Oh, today I actually posted some pictures for some things. It's like, I thought I had already done that. But anyway, I'm still behind on posting pictures to Instagram and all the things. So one thing that would help me out with all of the other platforms is if you see a picture of anything that I did, go ahead and hit the like or heart button and add a comment. That helps to get out to the algorithm on all the platforms, by the way. Doing that does help and makes it so that hopefully my information will get to more folks and we will get more crafty friends to come and hang out and play with us, because that's a goal, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move these guys out of the way, and we're going to cut out the pieces that we need for our little penguin. And I'm going to be doing like I've been doing a lot lately, and I'm using my scraps. Where's my black? I went through a cabinet a few days ago. I think I mentioned this on Sunday because we did a Sunday stream. So I mentioned it then, but I went through one and I basically found about half of this was in that extra. So I thought I was getting down to the end of my black card stock, and it turns out I had a bunch more scraps. Yeah, so we needed black and then we needed white. So yeah. And looking at size, oh, I need to go back to my penguin picture. That's what I need to go back to. There he is. I need my penguin. So for the penguin, we have got black for the main part of the body, white for this piece, and white for this piece. So it doesn't take a whole lot of white for that. So I'm not going to use heavyweight. Let's use regular weight. But a lot of my scraps are like this, where I really need to make a lot of sentiment strips, but I haven't. It'll happen.
Oh, Mary Scrafty Creations 11 asked me, how cute is the penguin card going to be? Is Debbie J going to use purple on it? Well, let me lay it on you straight. That penguin card's going to be cuter than a kitten in a mitten. As for the color purple, with Debbie's crafty skills, I'm betting on some purple flare making those penguins pop. But you know, Debbie, they might surprise us.
Cuter than a kitten in a mitten. Oh, God. I dare somebody to quote Samuel L. Jackson. Not the whole thing, but just that part about the kitten in a mitten. Oh. Hey, Dawn. Okay, we have black, we have white. Since Mary is begging, and I know several of you guys like purple. Let me see what my purple, see what I've got in my purple scraps. And then see what I've got in my glitter scraps, because what if I've got purple glitter? Glitter. My glitter doesn't really have much, because I need to actually use more glitter paper anyway. I've got green, and I've got green. I've got white, and I've got green. I've got white, and I've got gold. And that's all I've got in my glitter. Sam said purple. Sam said purple because you said purple, Mary, and I know it. Okay. Ugh. This thing has too much paper in it. This is a pinky purple. And I have a scrap. That one would work, I think. I also have the foam, but I think I've used up most of the foam. This is the glitter foam. There's your next card, Debbie. A kitten in a mitten. I don't think I have the, doesn't mean we can't come up with it, but I don't think I have. I do have a mitten. And I probably do have a kitty cat somewhere. I don't think I've got any dark purple, and the dark purple is kind of what I prefer. So it looks like this is going to be the purple that we're going to have to go with, which is kind of a pinky purple, but that is kind of 100% juice-ish. And I do have a plan for that. And maybe I'll use some of this too. See which one it works with. Not that one. That's too blue. That's kind of pink. So pink would probably work. That's too small. I think that one would work the best with it. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. You could put a kitten in the mitten between the mittens from this month's kids. I was saying I do have a mitten. So yeah, we could put a kitten there, but I don't think I've got an image of a kitten from above, but that would be cute. That would be super cute. Okay, let's go ahead and make one of these. Oh my God. Okay, Mary says, I only asked the question. Yeah, I know you do. Mary says, no, he comes up with his own responses. I only ask the question. Yeah, he's an AI that is trying to make Mary happy. Okay. This one is for black. So we're going to go ahead and do black first. Is that the only black I need? That is actually the only black I need. So I don't need the whole piece. And it looks like it'll actually fit that way. I just remembered that I lost my bigger scissors today. It's like I was looking for them because I needed to cut something, because I was playing with foil actually. Oh, there they are. I found my bigger scissors. Yay. Putting them right here. Y'all can see them. So when I forget where they are, you can tell me they're right there. Okay. So we've got our, that's not going to be big enough, is it? It's like, it's just barely. Something I did yesterday, because I still hadn't gotten around to doing one of the felt things or finishing one. I'm almost finished with one. Hey, Heather. Purple is always a good choice, but I am called Heather, so I may be biased. Because Heather is purple, right? But I made a strawberry last night. I'm not completely finished with it. I did have a couple of things to add to it before I post pictures and stuff. Oh, this is going to be cute. I think I want to go get it and let y'all see it. So we're going to do that. It says, well, I will do it when the ads come up. Since the ads are running on Twitch in about 4 minutes, at that point, I'm going to do an ad on YouTube, because I'm going to get up and go do something, give y'all something to actually look at. And I did find the setting. It looks like when we were on, I think it was on Sunday, we were talking about why are there ads, and I didn't know they were there. It's because it's on by default. So if I don't remember to go back and change it, it's going to be automatic. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. These are Fiskars, and I got these at Joann's a long time ago. I actually got a combo pack. It was like 2 pair, and I think I gave one of these. I got this one. I think there's another yellow or orange pair that's floating around here somewhere. And my mother-in-law's house, we did the same kind of thing. And she keeps one of these in her kitchen drawer, and she hides them from her husband. Okay, so we did the black. I need this one for white and this one for white. And that means we only need about that much. Penguins are super easy. Okay, Heather, I don't know. Oh, that it is occasionally white. Yeah, I know, but Heather is a lot of times it does look like Kenny from South Park. Of course, I can't get a pair now. No, afraid not. I'm sorry, honey. And I've had them on my desk for a long time. Well, you can always check and see if Fiskars has them. Fiskars is still around, even if Joann's is not. And their warranty has been really good in the past. We have had to trade some, had to use their warranty on a couple of things. My problem with them right now is that when the last time that my trimmer died, whoever it was, I don't know if it was their logistics person or if they made changes to the way they do things or what. Oh my goodness, look at that. But they were needing me to actually return my trimmer before they could give me a piece. What broke on mine was the thumb guard. It was the thumb guard. And it's happened before. And last time they just sent me a new trimmer, which I thought, oh my God, that is awesome. I just wanted a replacement part, and I would be happy with a replacement part, but they wouldn't do that this time. And I don't know what the deal was with them, or if they've had a 100% money back. They basically had a lifetime warranty on all of their products forever. I mean, I think Todd had a problem with a shovel of theirs at one point. I think you're right, Christina. They did, but that doesn't mean that they didn't get some of the contracts and stuff too, so you never know. And a lot of times, if I was going shopping for something, I had a Joann's and a Michael's like right across the street from one another, over by the mall. I would go to Joann's and then I would go over to Michael's, or I would go to Michael's and then I would go over to Joann's. And a lot of times not only did they have very similar products, even when they were store brand, they had very similar products. The prices were very similar too. So sometimes I could get a better deal, like if they just happened to have a sale at Michael's, I could get a better deal on something over there. And other times it would be Joann's. So I was going back and forth all the time. Look at he's so cute. Okay, now I'm going to put his little face on. And I want your guys' opinion too. Do we want to do the handle to match? Do we want to do it in white? Do we want to do it in black? Do we want to do it in purple? Because I'm going to do his scarf in purple. That's why I wanted the glitter. We're going to do his scarf in purple. Google search Fiskars floral scissors shows a lot of different patterns. Fabulous. Thank you so much, Jim. Okay, so there he is so far. We still need to put his beak on for him to look like a penguin. Okay, Mary says purple for the handle. Danielle says black for the handle. Hey, Dawn and Mary sneaked in while I was working on other things. Yep, that's what they do. They are sneaky people. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do his scarf. I think it's just the 2 pieces. Yep. Oh, and then we've got these pieces. So I'm going to do, one of them is going to be, I think I'm going to do this part in sparkle. So we're going to do purple with sparkle stripes. That's going to be his little And I'm doing them 2 different parts of my map because if I do them too close together, one of them is probably not going. Oh, ad break already ended. I was going to do an ad break and go do stuff. And it's already been 5 minutes. Yay, Mary loves the purple. Okay. I also need some yellow for the beak. I do like that I've got all of these now color coded, so I don't have to go looking into each of my bags to find it. But I do have to find the tag in order to do it. Because I color coded all of my scraps, so now I've got these bins. Stop purple, what? What? Yeah, I know it's coming off hot pink. This one is basically a pinkish purple. It is still purple, but it's not the blue. It's got a little bit more of the red to it. Kind of the way that, that 100% juice does. Hi, Miss Nancy. Welcome in, hun. These guys are causing trouble again. But I love y'all. Okay. So for this die, they put it all in one piece because it's cheaper to do it that way, and we don't lose them as easy. But the only part that I need to be yellow is the beak. So I'm going to try to just cut the beak without cutting, wasting cardstock. Aw, hey, missus. You haven't been coming in here very often. I love it when y'all pop in. Mary says that she's not a TM. You know what TM stands for, right, guys? That is troublemaker. And Mary says that she's not a troublemaker. Yeah. It's been shenanigan time. Okay, I'm going to try to put it down and keep it in the same spot. There we go. Stay. Okay. And then, other than that, we just have the handle and the whipped cream or whatever. Mary has to go change. Okay, I think she says it's that she doesn't want us to be talking about her. So you know what? You can be talking about Mary as she walks away from the stream. You can't. And Mary has to tell me why she wanted to do the collab thing on Twitch. Because was it something specific or was she just hitting the button? Because I've accidentally hit the button not realizing what it was, and then there's not a lot of people that have the thing set up. And I had set it up when they first came out with it, but then I've never used it. So I don't even know if it works or how it works. So Jim is an enabler. Okay, Jim says, I'm not a TM either. I'm proudly an enabler. And then Heather says, shenanigans facilitator is my guess. I think that's probably my job. Okay, Terry Cooper says, why is that not showing up in that one? Oh, I think I didn't do it. Did I not do it? I thought I popped out the chat, and I guess I didn't. Let's do that now. Pop out chat. Because it wasn't showing up. So Terry, if you wouldn't mind, test the emote wall. Make sure that it's working, because I don't think it was for y'all over on the world of Twitch. Jim says, hello, Todd, again. Hello, Todd, again. Oh, is it not working?
There's a little snap clip that's supposed to pop in there and hold this thing in place.
It's the distributor.
The new one that showed up doesn't have a little groove cut for the snap clip.
Ah. Yeah, he's doing car stuff right now because we had to wait for a part to come in because our local place didn't have it. So, yeah, he's doing car stuff. Okay, one thing I don't really like about, I love foam. I mean, and I love glitter and the things. These cats are with glasses, huh? Those cats. These are cats with, oh, you had, Terry Cooper put cats with glasses up. Okay. And I'm assuming it worked because I saw something and I wasn't paying attention because I was talking to the Todd. So let me go ahead and put his little mouth on, and then I can work on cutting these out. As you can see that it's started, but it didn't cut through that plastic in the back. I think I'm probably going to try to run it back through. And I have enough of the glitter cardstock that if I screw it up, which I might, I can still do another. There's your penguin. I hope you get the part quick. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so Christina says, I hope you get the part quickly. We had to wait for a part for 6 weeks. Yeah, he ordered on Amazon overnight a part for the car. I think it was the distributor, I think. Anyway, we've walked over to our local parts store twice, which is like, it's not far. It's like less than a mile, so it's not that big a deal to walk over. But we've walked over there twice, and this is something that they didn't have at the auto parts store. So was I going to try to run that through again? Yes, I was. Why'd I put my die cut away? But his big frustration is, although he's like me, he likes to tinker on things, and it's part of the creative process, and likes to play and do that kind of thing, customize and on all of that. But that doesn't mean you like to fix stuff. So what did I do with the die? Okay, what did I do with the die? It's around here somewhere. It's not that one. That's the one that did this. I need the other one that does the stripes. Y'all, I lost a die. I'm putting things in here so I can find them. Cardstock, cardstock, cardstock. Those will go over there. It's not on there. We could just leave him with that, but I really wanted a glitter. Okay, so Mary says, my computer is doing weird things and it did the collab thing, not her. You're not even at your craft desk. That's weird, hon. I don't know what you did. Okay. I'm going to double check and make sure it's not in with that. I don't see it on my floor. So I think I told you guys that we decided to upgrade my computer because Todd wants to upgrade his computer and he's going to take mine and we're going to plug my there's a Tangia dungeon. We're going to take mine and we are going to give that to him and he's going to have that. We're going to take my hard drives out of mine, put them in the new stuff. Okay. It's not under there. What the heck? Now I'm upset. Okay, I'm not really upset. I am irritated though. We can still give him a purple, and I can try to cut that out with a craft knife. It's just not going to do as good. Terry Cooper found something. A dance voucher. Looks like Terry's going on a dance. I don't know what happened to that die. I need the die. I need the die. Oops, too late, Mary says. And on this side, I can barely see it, but I can see it enough to try to cut. I'm sad. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Okay, so maybe it stuck to the last piece of glitter that I used. Well, this is the die cut. This is the piece that we tried to die cut out of it. And this is the glitter. And it's not there. Makes me sad. I may just not be able to do the if this messes up, if I can't get the the stripes to cut out correctly or cut out close to correctly, then I may have to just do the purple and not worry about the glitter. But I wanted to do the glitter. Yeah, Mary says I usually run my glitter through a few times. Yeah. And I think every glitter cardstock has got kind of a thick film or something on the back, which makes it so it doesn't cut out as easy. And of course, this time I even mentioned it before cutting, and then I forgot because y'all distracted me. Okay, I'm still trying. And I'm not real good with the craft knife the way, I mean, Elizabeth is wonderful with the craft knife. This is also the one that I've had for several years, and I never replaced the blades because I don't do enough cutting with it. I'm better with my scissors. It just takes longer this way. That's why I like die cutting. It's fast. So I had started a little bit of a story for you guys. I was planning this weekend to do, on Thursday I was talking about that I needed to get a summit video finished because it was due on the 6th. And then, of course, this weekend we started researching stuff. Well, first off, we had the issues with the car, and then we thought that was fixed. And then we started researching things for upgrading the computer because we figured 4th of July, right, would have sales and everything. So we've got stuff ordered for the computer stuff. And then, of course, again, the car does its thing. So I didn't get my video actually recorded when I had planned on. I got it recorded day before yesterday, I think, after we got done with a lot of other stuff. I got it recorded. I got most of it edited yesterday. And then today I did the intro and outro. And I love it. And the card's super cute. Y'all are going to have so much fun with that. But it's for a summit coming up in November that is going to be, that will be starting in 3 minutes. But it's for a summit coming up in November that is being put on by Stamp Me Some Love. And it's going to be the SVG Cardmaker Success, I think, something like that. Anyway, I've got 2 SVG summits coming up right around the same time, okay? So that's going to be coming up. So I was doing the recording for it. And I know you guys love the summits. Anybody out there love the summits or think that we're having too many of them? Because there's a lot of them. I've already been in 3 this year. And I think I'm going to be in at least another 6 before the end of the year. I think it's 6. Is it 4? Is it 5? Mary says she loves the summits. Nancy says, you are so busy, but we love your ideas. Love getting ideas. Absolutely. I want to do all the things is my problem. I just don't have enough time to do all the things. Sue says, and I know Sue does a lot of the summits. She does go to a lot of them. I see her in the chat all the time. She says, I love them, but now I am getting really picky. Understand. There's some that I have not.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Thank you, Terry. So I love the summits. I love the whole idea of them. I even though I'm one of the presenters at a lot of them. Sorry, I think I need a cough drop. I think we also need to clean our vents because my sinuses have not been very happy today. Okay. There are a lot of summits, but that means you can be choosy. Absolutely. So I have been, although I am in a lot of them, I also watch a lot of the presentations and stuff and get more ideas. Just like when you go back and watch old videos from from some of your favorite creators. You get to see stuff that you probably forgot about and that they probably forgot about too. I have looked back at some of my old ones like, oh yeah, I forgot I did that. One card that I kind of want to do again or something similar is where I did a slider ghost Halloween card. It was like a ghost in a graveyard. And I think that one is probably 5 years old. But it was cool. So anyway, I was working on that and I finally got the stuff finished up and used, I think I mentioned to you guys that I changed software for my editing, and I have to say I do really like DaVinci Resolve. Some of the stuff has got a bit of a learning curve, but there's things that you can do in it that there's no way I could have done it in Power Director. It's just wasn't able to. Yeah, case your own videos. So that may be something to do later too. I have to slow down on some of the things I'm doing, or I'm not going to have time to do. I have all these ideas I want to do. I want to do a lot more when it comes to the membership that we are getting started. It's going to be fun if I can get the things moving the way I want. And I've got some ideas of what I hope I'll be able to add. And I mentioned a couple of them in the members only stream we had earlier. But yeah, I really want to be able to do all the things. Yeah. But I also want to be able to, in case you didn't realize it, my idea last week of trying to hold on to that zen of being on vacation ain't going to work. I need to get stuff done. Keeping my brain clear and calm doesn't let me get anything done. So, yeah, I kind of gave up on that already. I want to go to the gym, and I haven't been able to this week. The week before last week, well, the week before vacation, we didn't go because, well, I had for 2 weeks before vacation, I had a muscle that was not happy. So we figured, I just need to make it relax. Hey, Miss Jo, welcome in. I was just wondering about... Heather says, I was just wondering about the vacation mindset. Vacation mindset was fabulous. I mean, I didn't do any work. Well, I checked my email, but normally I would be editing photos or videos or something while I'm on vacation. That's what I do every single time. And the plan is when we go out of town in August not to do that because, yeah, I'm going out of town in August, but I got a ton of stuff to create in the meantime. And I may be doing, I think I'm probably going to do some videos in addition to the live streams this month. I know I really haven't done that since the first of the year. And it's worked out okay, but I do kind of feel like I'm missing it a little bit. I want, like I said, I want to do more. I want to show more. Sometimes I'm creating and not sharing it with y'all other than in photos. Speaking of which, I need to go get that strawberry. So this is one of the felt goodies from last month that I hadn't finished yet. It's almost done. But I just did this yesterday. I'm making myself a little keychain. Isn't it cute? The strawberry is pretty much done. I just need to add a couple things. And it's going to be done, but isn't it going to be cute? And I made it into a keychain. The hardest part was trying to stitch through this felt and the underlayer and the backing through all of it, plus through this piece that was an extra piece of felt. It's an extra double layer so that we could have it attached. Yes, this is Nicole's. This is one of Nicole's from last month. But yeah, I just need to add the leaf and the flower, and that's done. And I wanted to check back at some point and look at her video to make sure. Anybody here going to Paperganza? I wish. Joe says, keychain is adorable. Thank you so much. Terry Cooper says, Debbie, Spellbinders have wax seal. Yes, Spellbinders does have wax seals. And guess what? I finally got mine. Oh, Halloween wax seal. Yeah, last year I got a ghost, and I saw that somebody else had gotten glow-in-the-dark wax, which I didn't know was a thing, so I had to order it, and then I didn't get a chance really to use it. But this has got that same pattern that we've been seeing on so much stuff. I think it's pretty, so I may do something. I have to do something else with that too. Okay, finally got that done. But yeah, the strawberry's almost done, so yeah. I still don't know what I did with the dye, though. I'm going to have to find it. I'm sure I'll find it. There's only a very few things that I've lost that I have not eventually found. Like one pair of my tweezers that is just gone. I have no...
And her mind.
Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did you hear the Todd? Did you hear the Todd? Get over here. Get your butt over here. Yes, they have glow in the dark. He didn't. Okay, Mary. Mary says, I didn't hear what he said. Todd?
I said, did she lose her mind?
Okay. I don't know if it does anything or not. He said he might have hit. Heather says, oh, yeah. I lost my mind a long time ago. Why do you think I married him?
Exactly.
He says exactly. Mary says, meow the Todd. Okay. Anywho. So just for you guys to know when you're looking at which summits you want to do, because I will be sending out I'll send out information on everything. I have one coming up, this light up card. 2 that are Halloween. Those that are ones that are already recorded. Okay. I know I think I've got 2 more Christmas ones, Christmas theme ones that I still need to do stuff for. But I haven't done it yet, so I have to remember. I'm looking back to see. Stephanie says, my mind has been lost for years. And Crafty Visage Miss Dawn says, long time ago. Are you talking about the 1900s again, Miss Dawn? Let's put our glitter on our... We're going to put our glitter on our... Oh, he left again. He keeps coming in and checking YouTube University for different pieces. There's something having to do with it. Right now, he's replacing the distributor because it did come in the mail today. Or came in from Amazon, whatever. Anyway, it did come in so he could get that replaced. But there was like this little clip part, this part that's supposed to clip on that apparently the new one doesn't have what he thought it was supposed to have. So, okay, so now we have, see? Dawn says, yep. So we have the main part of his, come here, of his scarf. Mary, are you happy? I'm assuming that she's still back, but yeah, because she wandered off and she came back. Yeah, super cute. Love it. That is probably one of my problems. Things that are cute actually take longer to make because it's got all the detail and it's in the detail. The devil's in the detail, right? It's so friggin' cute. You just want to play and keep playing and stuff. The elegant cards are ones that really don't take as much time and effort to do, and you could basically, I got that upside down. You could basically knock those out pretty quick. And they're great when you're wanting to do mass production. Something like this, you'd have to do a bunch of die cutting and have it all ready to go to really get a lot of. You could do mass production on these too, but you basically, while you're doing something else, work on putting all the things together. Okay, so that's gonna go. I'm gonna put it on this side. And since we're working with glitter, I'm going to really try to make sure that I want on that side. I kind of want on this side. It's kind of where it's got that curve, and I kind of like the curve. Where do I want to go? I'm going to go under. The under is going to work better, I think. So I'm going to put this under an acrylic block because otherwise it's not going to adhere like I want it to. I think I've got glue on the back of it too. So that's going to look fine. Let me grab my block, my big block. Okay. I do love that strawberry though. Someone had apparently, I heard somewhere, I don't remember where, but somebody mentioned something about somebody having done one with a sunflower or something like that. And that's what made me think, oh yes, I need to do that. So I got the die cutting done yesterday before going into the living room to watch TV and have dinner, and I stitched all during all of that. So let's see, 8-ish, couple hours, 3 hours, something like that. And the hard part was getting the sharp needle to go through all of those layers of felt that did not have holes in them in some places. Because, of course, I told you that I doubled up. I folded a piece to act as the part that's going to attach to the hoop. So I had to stitch through that and all 4. Was it just 4? 1, 2. May have been 5 additional layers. So the thing did not want to go through it. But it's turning out perfect. Okay, now what do I need to cut out? We need to do the handle. We need to do the stripes on the handle. And then we need to do the frosting or whipped cream or whatever you want to call it. I think that's all that's still needed for our penguin. Yes, I'm taking the penguin off. Oh, there's also, I noticed there is also a sale at Spellbinders right now on previous year's Christmas collections. So if you're looking for Christmas stuff and don't want to spend as much as what the current collections are going to cost, go and look at some of the other things, because we have always done lots of fun stuff. The sales are always a great way to do for shopping on a budget. Stephanie says, I love owls, so I'm going to crochet an owl one. Fabulous. And I did see that Idaline said, I love that penguin. I got a friend who's collecting them. Does that mean that if you win the card, you're giving it to your friend who's collecting penguins? Or does that mean you're going to get the die set and make your own? Or both? Yeah, you can do both. Okay, I took out the dies. And what color did we decide on the handle? So this is what our little penguin looks like. I think this is probably dry now. So I can go ahead and put that on him. That's what our little penguin looks like. So Mary says purple, Danielle says black. And Mary made sure to say purple. Yeah, okay, I was about to say she said it on both sides. Danielle says black over on Twitch. Mary says purple on YouTube. Nobody else says anything. We could do black and purple. And I could try again with the glitter. Stephanie says purple. Yeah, I haven't crocheted an owl. The last thing that I crocheted, the last amigurumi critter that I did a fox. Actually, I did a couple of them, and it was where I was not good at it. The first one wound up being tall and thin where it wasn't supposed to be. And the other one, I also did a black cat. I did a cat with a witch's hat, and the hat comes off. Both of those went to my mother-in-law, and she keeps them like on her table. Last time we went to see her up in Ohio, it's like the cat just sitting there on the table. So black cat. So you're saying we need to do black. I'm thinking it might work well, black and white stripes, since it's a black and white penguin. And then we can do those in our white and off-white. Okay, let me grab my black again. What are you doing, Todd? Are you causing problems?
Forever.
I asked him if he was causing problems. He says, always and forever. Oh, these actually fit. Awesome. Now, there's also a candy cane. So the candy cane would basically be same colors. Or I can do a separate, I can actually cut out two and do one red and white. So we've got, or purple and white for a candy cane. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this one because it's lightweight. Dawn is having my cheeseburger and sweet potato fries for dinner. You want to make some for us? Oh, speaking of which, what do you want to do for dinner? It's not time yet, but... Okay, that's one of the things that you bought at the store? Okay, that's in the fridge. Okay. Okay, so we got our black and our white. Yeah, we'd love sweet potato fries. Problem is, a lot of times when you buy them at the store and you can, cook them in your air fryer, a lot of them have got MSG, so we always have to be careful. If they have MSG, it could make Todd die, and I don't want Todd to die. Okay, that did not cut all the way through. Not sure why. Let me grab my shim. Hey, Miss Rhonda. Rhonda, why you come in so late all the time, honey? She misses all the early shenanigans, guys. She comes in after 6 when we start at 5. I mean, what's going on? We love you, Rhonda. Thank you so much for popping in again, honey. Stephanie says, no, we don't want Todd to die. Okay, that worked better. So just adding that Mylar shim worked great. That just reminded me. Yeah, there were some... I was in Lynn's chat when she was streaming yesterday. How many of you guys were in that chat? How many of you guys were watching on one of the multiple platforms that she was on? Todd is too entertaining. That's why they don't want you to die, honey, because you're entertaining. Hey, Deadly. What'd you say?
I just said, is that it?
He says, is that it? But how many of you guys watched LV Handcrafted her live stream yesterday? Rhonda, no. I'm upset now. Rhonda says that I scare her sometimes. Why do I scare you? Okay, Heather says, I spent money yesterday while watching the chat. It had already been posted. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They kind of spilled the tea yesterday. I think that's kind of a cool term. I mean, I've always been one spilling the beans, or saying spilling the beans, but apparently Amanda spilled the tea, which means I can share stuff with y'all now that I've known, that I'm waiting for my new stuff. So you guys know that I love this, right? And we've been talking about, I don't really do the 3/8 and 1/2 inch mat around my cards a lot of times. I usually stick to the 1/8. It's coming. She has got a new, this one's A2 size. She's got a new A7. So it's 5x7 card size, but it's going to have the 1/4 inch and 1/8 of an inch jigs for helping you line up your stuff. Yes. So that is coming. Yeah. So there's new things that are that have not been shipped to us yet from her that I'm super excited about getting, and I really can't wait. I can't wait. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to do the candy cane. What color do we want to do the candy cane? We're going to do that one in purple and white, right? I'm going to go ahead and cut out the whole thing because I'll need that. I will need the handle for another card, I'm sure. I am irritated that I can't find that die, though, for the that I have for the other. I'm going to use this purple. And we're going to go ahead and cut that part out. So we'll have another handle that's going to be purple and white for another card. All right. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting good at not telling the secrets because I've known about this for weeks. And it's like, I want the thing. Well, it can't be under the machine because I took the machine off unless it's stuck to the bottom of the machine. Could be that. If it's stuck to something, then yeah, I understand. That's fine. But that's why you need to use something like this tray over here, and I need to remember to do that. I mean, I have it, so I should use it, right? Mary! Yeah, I do that sometimes too. So Heather says you need to go rewatch the live and see where the die disappeared to. I think that's the thing. It usually gets lost underneath something, and then things get shifted around, and it doesn't show on. There was one time that I was asking where was something, and it was literally like right there. It was on my desk the whole time that I was looking for it. And I've seen other people's live streams the same thing, where where they're looking for something and it's right there. I have come across dies way late. It's not like the bug in Elizabeth's shirt last night, okay? Jim said, did you shake out your shirt? Okay. Looking underneath it. It's not underneath there. It's not in my shirt. It'll show up. I did move some things around under my desk. Like I've got a small, like 2-drawer file cabinet thing on this side that's not actually attached. So while we were researching all the computer stuff last week, I pulled things out and I decided to. I have lots of magnetic things around my desk. Here's a magnet. Here's a magnet. Yeah. I'm sure I'll find it. But I wound up finding something that I was looking for like 2 weeks ago. I had been doing my nails and I had the lid to the dip, the powder, popped off somewhere. And it's like I look around, I couldn't find it. Apparently it went back behind my filing cabinet. I can't really get under there right now. So that might be where this went if I dropped it, but I didn't hear it drop either. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the candy cane and the, yeah. And the handle. And then we'll still have to do our Better Press background. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that. Yeah, just adding a little bit of glue behind all of those stripes so we can put our purple stripes, Mary. We can put our purple stripes down. And putting too much on some pieces, but that's okay. So I use my tweezers just to get it kind of in place, and then I put it in place with my fingers. I still have to die cut with it, but thank you. Hey, Miss Gloria, welcome in, honey. Oh, look at that. This is cute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add our little handle. So just a fair warning that as soon as I get that and as soon as it is available in the stores, that is going to be listed on all of my emails. Right now, I still have a place on when you get an email from me. Most of them anyway have got, if you scroll down, it's got the video for the A2 Pear Blossom Press T-Square. The video and a link so that you can get it if you're interested. So that's on all the email, so that's an easy way to find it. But once the new stuff comes out, I'm going to be putting those down at the bottom too. There's too much Spellbinder stuff for me to be able to put in the email. I may have to do something like that too and just see if I can shrink the space. It's working with Flowdesk. I love Flowdesk, but sometimes sometimes it's a little harder to figure out exactly how to position everything so it's going to work well. Okay, other than that, this guy is almost done. All we need is the frosting. So, die cut machine out again. I'm going to shake it. There's nothing clinking around in it, so my die is not lost inside it. And now I need to put away my purple. I need to put away some of this and then grab out my off-white and white because that's good colors for our whip topping. I think this one's big enough. Yep, that's gonna work. Oh, and if you guys have seen Sabrina's new video, I do have things coming from her. So we're going to be having some new Scrappy Tales videos coming up soon. Super nice. Super excited about that. I lost one of my long pongs dies and they sent me a replacement free of charge. Yes. Okay, I don't know if I want to use that I just pulled out, but I may have to. The color's right, but it's also heavyweight. Okay, this one I think is lightweight. Okay, I'll do this one. Do we want to do... Let me look at this again. I think what I did last time I did it with the white, and then I did the slightly darker in for the smaller one. That works. Okay. Yeah, some companies are able to do that. Mine are all samples, so I don't know. It's like, yeah, these are all samples from Spellbinder, so a lot of times I just don't ask them for it. They are so generous already that I don't ask for additional stuff. But I may, because that's one that is kind of vital, right? Okay, so here we have our frosting. And there we have... I did that one wrong. I forgot I need to cut it out twice. I need to cut it out like this. I mean, you could add those bits on top if you line it up quite perfect, but that's going to be a little difficult to line up quite perfect. So instead, I'm just going to get out that same cardstock because I still have more, and I'll just cut out those lines. That was an oops. Although, I may be able to do it right on this one. I got a double up and one missing die from Gina K, and they sent me a replacement. Yeah, I've seen lots of different places do different things like that. I've actually sometimes gotten, I think people have messed up when it came to their packaging because I've gotten stuff that I didn't order. Okay, this is not going to work because that's too small a piece. Okay, I need another piece, cardstock. Where did I put, did I already put my white down? Yes, I did. I'm getting good at putting things away. I'll probably find that die when I'm putting everything away. That's kind of how things work. I still haven't found that one, excuse me. I still haven't found that set of tweezers though. They're Spellbinders tweezers, so they're just like these. And I had lost a pair. Had problems because it's like I'm waiting, I'm looking for them, I'm not finding them. I finally gave up and bought another pair. And then I lost one of the pairs again. So Jana's been lurking. I didn't know she was lurking. I think I might have a lurk command. I also might have a shout out command. So if you guys want to, if you're a mod on my channel and want to try that out, go ahead and do that because I think I've got one set up. I know we were having issues with it not working last week, so I kind of gave up and went ahead and did it with, it's either Streamlabs or StreamYard. No, Streamlabs or Stream Elements because I just could not get it to work inside of StreamerBot. I mean, I could get it to work for Twitch on StreamerBot, but I couldn't get it to work on YouTube because YouTube is real particular with their information. So, oh, you had to go and, oh, I forgot. You go live again. You know what, honey? If you would let me know ahead of time, I can set things up to be able to go live to you. I went on to mine when I was setting up mine today. I went in there to see about setting up a redirect, and I couldn't find anybody that was scheduled to go live right after mine. And I really don't like the way that YouTube has got it set up on the back end. YouTube, if you're listening, it would be really nice if we knew what time and date the people were doing by just looking at the images. Instead, you have to open up each individual one to figure it out. And that's just not right. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. This one is done. He is so cute. Got a little bit of sparkle going on. He's all wintry. Mary, what do you think? What do y'all think of our little penguin? I'm zooming him in. Let's zoom in on the penguin. I zoomed way in. Oh my God. I'm actually surprised that my camera's keeping up with that. I actually surprised myself. One of the resets of some of the software or something, my camera is recording in a higher frames per second than I thought it could do, which is really weird. I mean, me and Todd had tried to figure the things out a while back. It's like, oh, it looks like it'll only do such and such. I thought it could only do like 30 frames per second. Instead, the recording I just finished editing, and I was recording 3 copies of my video at that time. That one was all in 60 FPS. So it's like, okay, that's cool. And hopefully when we get everything set up and everything, it'll be in a place that if and when I decide to upgrade to 4K, which is a thing, eventually everybody's going to be recording and stuff in 4K. My computer will be able to handle it, which will be nice. Isn't he cute? Okay, love him. Love him, love him. Okay, need to get out my better press now. And I gave him a new home at the bottom of my rolling cart, so I got to grab that. I actually decided that's where I'm going to put my die cutting machine too, but of course, if I'm using it, it stays out. It stays out. So I finally made a home for it instead of under my desk. And I'm thinking, let's look at the better press plate real quick. Reset the, there we go, reset that. So looking at the better press, I'm kind of thinking I want to go with white with purple ink for the background. Because I think that would go good with our little guy. So white my white Better Press cardstock, which I have some around here somewhere because I found it and moved it and got irritated that it was out, and now I don't know where to put it. Bump, bump, bump. Don't know where I put it. Anyway, I think that's what I want to use is the white Better Press paper. Is that over? Oh, it wasn't that. It was, okay, I know what it was. Okay. Get out. Go move, cart, so I can get to my paper. And I don't know if I put any in here. Stephanie says, sounds good to me. So this is the Better Press paper. I know most of you guys have been in here a while and have heard me say that, but if you're new, you may not know this. This paper is cotton paper. It is specifically designed to use in the Better Press because you're going to get a better impression. And it is, yay, the check-in worked. Hey, Reese, welcome in. Ooh, Kelly says, I finally got my Cosmic Shimmer fluffy stuff. Yeah, I felt bad that last week I wasn't able to do the check-in and stuff, so I did set that one up. So that one is good to go. I've got my shout out. It should work. I can do it over here too. Do I still have that open? I don't have that one open. I can't do it there. Why can't I do it? I'm sad. Or maybe I do have it open. No, I don't. It should still work though. Mary may be able to do that. I'm going to try doing that. But I don't have my buttons set up because I didn't have the thing open that I need to do. Shout out. Let's see if it works. Yay, it worked. I did it. And I think, did it post it on both sides? I think it did. Yes, I think it did. Except that doesn't work right. Okay, so when it posted it on YouTube side, that means I need to fix that. Does the penguin have a name? I don't know. You guys will have to tell me what you think. Do we need to name the penguin? So my shout out thing is sort of working and sort of not working because I guess I didn't do it quite right. And it has to do with the different platforms wanting to not listen to me and do what I tell it to do. Okay. We're going to do this in purple. I know it's in the way. Did it work? Oh, you got it in the hole. But it doesn't work yet. You don't have it running yet. Okay. So Todd is taking a cool down break. Okay. That's weird. Okay. So now I know that it doesn't work. Which means I just have to make sure it's set up. I think that one has to be set up on, I don't know. I was researching it yesterday and it just didn't want to work for me. Okay, since we're doing these colors of purple, well, I did a shout out for and it did work, so that's good. I need to pull up this other thing too while I'm thinking about it. Y'all love it when I distract myself. Okay. So I just did a shout out for Kelly. It shouted me out. You're kidding. Okay, Mary. Let's see if it does Mary. Okay, when I just did it for you, went to your channel, so that's good. It's a thing. It worked. I'm happy with that. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and do this one. We're gonna do it with some Simon Hurley 100% juice. Yes. So the one that it looks like is working is the one that I have attached to a different thing. It's not the command that I made to try to work in the. I don't know why it's not doing that. Okay, I'm going to be gentle because I don't want it to go all over the place. And I think I'm not going to bother covering the whole thing. And I may blend out the edges a little bit. And I made a mess over here, so I got to clean that up. Which is why I have plastic wrapped around mine. That makes it easier to clean everything up. Now, if you're using Simon's inks, that definitely helps to make it so that you're able to clean things up easier because they're water reactive. But this is designed to use with archival ink. Okay, we have an ad break right now. The first one that I've actually noticed. Over on Twitch. And sometimes you're able to see what's going on and maybe hear us or vice versa, whatever. If you're able to hear me and you're over there and you don't have a sub on Twitch yet, you should use your Amazon Prime sub. By the way, it is Amazon Prime days. I do have an Amazon shop with some of the stuff that I get from them most often listed in there. So y'all can do that, but I'm not going to do it that way. That's right. But if you do have Amazon Prime or decide to even temporarily get Amazon Prime, you can use your Amazon Prime to sub to your favorite Twitch channel. And if you sub to that Twitch channel, you don't have to deal with the ads. I wish YouTube would add that. That would be fabulous. Who knows? Maybe they'll decide to do that at some point. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead and say, I went ahead and adhered this down onto my platen. That is because this is a big plate and it's going to cover the whole thing, although I do have it kind of blended out, okay? So I'm going to flip that over. These are all magnets with little springs. So we're going to put that on there. And it's going to make the paper hover over our plate. Then, if I can remember where I put, oh, it was under my foot. Then I'm going to run this through our die cutting machine. And as it goes through the rollers, it's going to press that top plate down onto the cardstock. It's going to basically imprint the color into it. So it's going to do a stamping and basically a debossing at the same time. And then you can feel it and it feels wonderful. Plus the paper is a cotton paper, so it just feels nice to the touch. It's a heavyweight. It's not watercolor paper, and it's kind of like the watercolor feel, I guess. But I think this actually feels more luxurious. This feels like, oh, how should I put it? It feels pretty. It just feels pretty. So there we go. And so we've got some dark and some light, and the texture goes all the way to the edge because of that deboss. You can see the deboss there. So yeah, it feels wonderful. Okay, so we've got that. And then let's see what it looks like. I'm thinking I probably want to put something between our little guy and the back. He looks cute like that, but what do you think of vellum? I think I want to use vellum. I don't use vellum often enough. I have plenty of it. I just recently bought some heavyweight vellum because somebody had talked about how they were able to make really nice card bases that it was they were doing embossing with it and it was turned out so much better on the heavyweight. And it's like, I have to do that as an experiment. This is not heavyweight. This is Michael's brand. And you can tell this is not heavyweight. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do a die cut out of it though. And we could either go this direction or we can go this direction. Do you guys have a preference, vertical or horizontal? That may help me figure out which of my dies, shape dies, do I want to use. Vellum is a yes by Miss Stephanie. Okay. So you guys want the horizontal or the vertical, you think? Let's get Kelly over. Oh, no, really? I'm positive that I am already subbed, but here's a shout out to you. And now I'm going to click the button too and open that up just to confirm, because I should be I'm pretty sure I'm already subbed to you. Yep, I am subscribed. And sure enough, she is at 474. Fabulous. Yeah, you guys, if you're not already If you're not already doing that, go ahead and click on over and get her over the top. She only needs like what, 26? Something like that. People are saying vertical. So we'll go with vertical. And which one of my shapes do I want to use? I have ovals. I have diamonds that I never use. I have the scalloped one. That would be kind of cool. A scallop tag. That would be kind of cool. I don't want to cover up too much of that pretty purple in the background, but it would just soften it up. Been on YouTube for 5 years now. Honey, I've been on there longer. It took quite a while for me to finally get there. And one thing that did help is getting on a couple of design teams. And then when I got onto Spellbinders, it helped a lot. But I still am not growing nearly as fast as I want to.
Yippee. I got the card from you yesterday.
I'm so happy, Anne. Making Christopher Walken say that. That was funny. So I just heard Christopher Walken saying, yippee. I got the card from you yesterday. I was like, what was that? Okay, is that a good size? What do y'all think? Or do we need to do something different? I think it would need to be bigger if I'm going to do that. I'm not sure on the shape. That would be cute. I think that'll work. What do y'all think? Bigger than this? Could go one bigger. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and die cut out the vellum. And I am going to make sure that I'm using the shim to try to help me cut through that paper, because sometimes cutting through gives you room for a sentiment. Yeah. Sometimes going through vellum, because it is a plastic, doesn't really want to go. So one way, and we're going to reverse it. Do I have... Okay, we're going to go back. This was just sliding a lot. Didn't know why. Okay, did we scare Rhonda off? She hasn't said anything in a bit. Rhonda, are you there? I hope I didn't scare her off. I didn't know that she said that we scare her, or that I scare her. Now that's a scary thought. I don't want to scare anybody. Okay, my little rubber bumpers are still there. That's good. You think the whipped cream needs more detail? Okay, well, we could add a little bit of color to that. Let me grab out my... Where is it? I have to close the drawers in order to get to the things. Okay, let's close this up so I can get out my cookie dough. Hey, Vanessa, welcome in, honey. So thank you, Jim. So I'm going to add a little bit of color around the outside edges of this off-white cardstock, because he's right. It was light enough that you really couldn't see it against the white. I'm also not going to add a whole bunch, but it does add a little bit. Okay, so Vanessa said hello to us. And she said, and then I got sidetracked looking at Kelly's YouTube channel. Yeah, give her lots of love over there. And if you see any of the videos that you like, go ahead and, make sure that you like and, like and subscribe, but also share out the videos. If you'd like any videos on YouTube, share them out to your crafty friends. Let's see. I think that should work better. There we go. Now we can see it. Kind of need a little bit more down at the bottom, but I'm going to mask that off a little bit with some cardstock so I don't get it onto the white of his little face. There we go. There we go. I think that'll work. Okay. And then I'm debating. I've got to do a video to make my own Wink of Stella pen. Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, I guess you could. That one would be really, really fine glitter or mica. Mica, I'm able to do like shimmer sprays. I've done those, but I haven't tried to do anything that's got the glitter in it. I've been using the one from Spectrum Noir shimmer pens for ages, and then I don't use them all the time. I'm bad. I used to use them all the time. Okay, I'm going to put some foam on this because what? What is it? Why am I using foam? Nobody's saying. Because foam is life. And this is going to be kind of cool. I'm just making sure that I'm not having the foam show the bottom. Yes, thank you, Vanessa. You can also type in exclamation point foam to make the pop-up show up. Can you use perfect pearls in water with a water brush? I would assume so. I have made shimmer sprays that work with a spray, with a little spray bottle using those. Cue the confetti, thank you. But I have used perfect pearls in water to do a shimmer spray. So since you can do it that way, I would assume that you could do the same thing with a water brush. You can do a little bit more foam up at the top. And then trim it down a little bit because I don't want it showing. Oh gosh, I don't think I've seen Ruth. And I also need to do the stream showcase. So Ruth might have. So Jim says that I need to have that foam sentiment on a t-shirt. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, I don't know. Did I told y'all last week that I got coloring pages from Ashley at Artistry that are printed in sublimation ink. Yeah. So we can do sublimation coloring like the coloring books that I've already got. Well, I've got the one. And then I ordered all of the pages because I think, Jim, you were asking at the time when the coloring books came out whether or not they had digis. They do have digis on the site now, and they have free digis on the site. So if you have a sublimation printer, you can do it. Okay, let's get that in the center. Okay, so we've got a little bit of dimension going on. You can see that, right? So now I'm going to put foam on the back. I lied. You didn't take pictures from your foiling session. I don't do it all the time either. I did a little foiling today. I was doing some foiling of some sentiments. Okay, I'm putting it right over the back. Let's make sure none of it shows. Do have a little bit showing at the top, so I'm going to trim that back. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this ready to go onto a card base. Do we want, yeah. I'm going to do decal because I can. Whoa, double foam. You bet don't. You've gone mad. Why do you think I use the thin foam? I use the thin foam so that I can do double foam and not really worry about it going through the mail. That is exactly why I use it. Okay, so this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And then I think I'm going to grunge up the edges a little bit because I can. Let me get out a mat so I don't make a big mess on everything. And let's take out our Simon Hurley purple brush. Where's my purple brush? Here's my purple brush. And this sticks, so that can't. That's one of the things I don't like about it. It's like when you're wanting to ink things up, the mats are great to hold the cardstock in place, especially if you're using a stencil or something. But if you're wanting to do ink blending and you're having to go off the side, it doesn't slide enough to do it. But that's okay. Where did I put my purple? Here's my purple. We're going to use some 100% juice. We're using just 100% juice for all of the purple today. Ah, look at that. I kind of want to go in a little bit further, so we'll see. After I put my little penguin on there. What made me think of doing this is that I'm putting it on a white card base, so you're not really going to be able to see the edges, which is fine, but I decided, I kind of want to see it. Let's come in just a little bit. Oh, y'all can't even see the color. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Maybe that'll make it so y'all can see it a little bit better. I think that's perfect. I think it's perfect. This looks so cute. Danielle says really cute. Yes. I do still have to, I think I still have I do have sentiment still. That's good. Stephanie says perfect. Yay. Everybody says perfect. Love it. So we're going to put this onto a white card base. And this time I'm going to glue the card base down. Glue, 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 glue. Gluing that down. That friend of yours would really like this card. Is their favorite color purple also? I know you said that they love penguins. That is fabulous. So yeah, so we've kind of got that floating illusion going on here. And yes, I'm using, oh, I need to back it up again. I'm using my T-square to help me get everything lined up with the edge and have it straight. And we have a straight edge on the bottom, so as long as I line up that straight edge at the bottom, it should be fine. Just need to make sure I have it down far enough. That's about right. Look about right? Yeah. And then eyeball it to get it in the center. And I'm not pressing down yet. I'm just double checking. I think it needs to be down just a little bit farther down towards the bottom. So this T-square has got a ridge on one side. So we've got our jigs on the other, but the other side has got this ridge that if you line it up with the edge of your card, it's got just enough space. It's perfect for when we're making our cards. Okay, that's too far. Slide it up a little bit. I think that's about right. Okay. So now our penguin kind of looks like he's floating because the vellum is floating and then he's floating because we've got those two layers of foam. So that I think is fabulous. So I'm going to decide on sentiments, but before I do that, we're going to go ahead and do our stream showcase because I'm not going to forget that. Although I would like for Ruth to be in here when we do that because she always puts stuff in the stream showcase. So let me go ahead and get this over here. Ba-bum. Do it again. Wait. I gotta do it again. Apparently that means that what he was doing with the car worked. Which means I can go to the grocery store tomorrow. Is that correct? I am correct in my assumption. Okay. So apparently what was wrong is that we had a bad distributor. So he replaced the ignition module thingy and the distributor cap So he replaced like 3 different things and got frustrated because when he replaced the other part, it ran. And then he got stranded at Sam's. Yeah, and had to wait for a tow truck. And the tow truck guy was the same one that helped him out earlier in the week. So anyway, he went to Sam's. I haven't been able to go to Publix, and we are down to 2 eggs. Yes, very good boy. And well, he's outside. I can't tell. But yeah, very good boy. Okay. Yeah. Let me get to Stream Showcase, and then we will pull that up. Let me make sure I've got the right one up. Where's my other thingy? Oh, there, right in front of me. Okay, scrolling up a little bit because y'all have been busy. Y'all have been friggin' busy. 7/1 was the date of our last live stream, and we did look at all of Jen's journal stuff, or baby book stuff that she's been making. Idolites cards, and then somebody said something. It's always the $5. Oh, this one was not a $5 part. This was a $75 part. Yeah, it was expensive. We did look at these because I remember that was just so pretty, Kelly. Oh my goodness. And we did look at these. So it's probably everything that's on 7/2 coming forward. Yeah, and oh yeah. And yeah, Ruth showed us puppy pads last week. Did we look at these? This was at 7:01, so maybe we did. Yes, we did, because I recognize those. Those are all cards by Kendra. This is the first one that we didn't do because that one was at 9 o'clock. So Jen was apparently doing a baby blanket that this looks like, yeah, that's crochet. And she said that this was attempt number 6, part 1 with a blanket. She's been having trouble getting things uploaded. I don't know why. It could be her internet on her end. It could be Discord being a pain in the butt. I don't know. But she has been posting a lot of things. And here's where she has written. I see my name on this card down here. This is a Pooh Bear blankie. So cute. Amazing photos, forever memories. So it looks like a baby book where she did the covering on the outside. Hey, Smalls, how you doing, honey? I miss your face, hon. I miss your face. So this is super cute. And this is one of the dies from that Winnie the Pooh set that came out a couple of months ago. I recognize that. So cool. Okay. So more pictures and everything. A baby memory book. It looks like she made actually 2 baby memory books because this one's different than the other one, I think. Or no, this is the same one. It's just with different pages. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't remember things. Okay. Then, so we looked through all of those. And then we have Alyssa with Call Me Crafty Owl, sheet load of cards, +1. So nice. I really need to start doing some of that. I mean, I've thought about doing, basically doing like a mass production of a card, but I don't ever take the time to do that. And this is one of those things that works perfect for that. Perfect for that. Okay, ad starts in 55 seconds. So if you don't already have a sub to my channel and you have Amazon Prime available, you can use it here or use it on your favorite channel and they would definitely love it. And you do get out of ads on those channels when you do that. Okay, so we got lots of glitter paper and all the things. Those are pretty. Great job, Alyssa. And then this is an additional one, buzzing by to say hi. I still have some. I think I've got at least one older card. I need to donate. I really need to do a donation. I came across a card that I think I made like 8 years ago. 8 years ago. And I think it was a Bumblebee card. And I need to go ahead and make sure it gets into somebody's hands. Here's some more. All of these look like they're different pattern papers. I love this one down here with the multiples and kind of the sun rays thing. That is lovely. And a lot of this looks like it is probably ephemera, so it would be really easy to replicate that design or that idea. This one is really cute. It's like a pinwheel in the middle. Love that. And those are all from Miss Alyssa. And then we have scissors, mood board challenge. Yes. We'll trade husband for craft supplies. I actually have an idea for one. I've got a die set that I'm going to need to use soon. That is some really cute scissors, and I kind of want to do a sentiment like that. I don't have a stamp for it, but I do have my Cricut Joy that will draw a sentiment for me and cut it out. So I may do that. This one is another one that's got the multiple different color panels. So pretty. And it looks like she's using, this is one of Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cube. Color Palette Challenge. Yeah, from Color Cube. Yeah, so that is super cute. A nice thank you card. And we always need thank you cards. I need to send out more. Greetings from Paradise with the flamingo. Yay. Love it, love it. So great job, Miss Alyssa. And then we have this one from Miss Linda Gorman. And I can't tell from the texture, but the texture kind of looks like maybe napkin texture, but I'm not 100% sure. But this, I love that grungy look, and Snoopy. I used to draw Snoopy when I was a kid. Snoopy is so cute. And the A Million Thanks, I recognize that die. That's a Spellbinder's. That's a Spellbinder's Better Press die. Now that's bad. I recognize it as what it actually is and not just, oh, look at this. I need to do that. I mean, I saw that you did Mickey Mouse. You did classic Mickey, but I didn't catch that fold thing you did. So, Linda needs to show us. Maybe does Linda have a channel? I'm gonna look. I don't remember if she does or if I am sub to her or not. If she does, I'm looking it up. I didn't see anything come up under her name, so probably not. But I need to see how she did that. I love that card. What I should probably think about doing at some point, I'm going to go ahead and put this idea out there so you guys can give me feedback one way or the other, is since I'm going to have the membership site, would it be fun for to have guest people post a video or tutorial or do a live tutorial or something like that on there? Would y'all enjoy that? I would love to know. But I love this. So, so, so cute. And I do love my Mickey, my classic Mickey. That's what we're calling classic Mickey. Okay, next up, the Craft Roulette submission from Miss Ruth Miser, who's not in the house. Where is Ruth? We've got a little birdhouse and bird and all watercolory look. I think this is probably watercolor. Lovely. And more from Miss Kelly. These are fun. I think I did have some dies similar to that, but I'm not sure. But those are super cute. And that would be really easy to make too. I mean, looking at this, I can tell different pieces look like they probably came from different sets. And they just were combined into, looks to be, emotes. Fabulous. I love this. I love this too. Do we need a fire extinguisher for all those candles? I think I've seen that die set. 10 a.m. in the UK, Miss Kelly. And Stephanie says yes, she'd like to have that idea of having guest designers on the membership site. That would be cool. And somebody did a check-in. Miss Mary did a check-in with Crafty Collective. Fabulous. We have a little fox in a flamingo float. Okay. I love that. I'm sorry. It is so adorable. Oh, goodness. So cute. Oh, you forgot to do the check-in earlier, Mary? That is stinking adorable. And then, of course, we got a little rubber ducky, which I showed you the little rubber duckies I got last week, right? I have to pull one out. And my camera here is small enough. You can still see it, maybe, because it's little teeny, weeny little duck. Little teeny, weeny little ducks. Love them. Okay, next we've got some pirates because I treasure your friendship. So cool. And they even have a little message in a bottle over there. I love that detail. And this looks like, the sand texture, it looks like glitter embossing powder. That is too cute. And then this one, I recognize and I don't remember who did that one. Maybe that there's been more than one. There's been so many people that have done different trucks. This is a really cute one for fall. I'm thinking fall. Yeah, harvest. I am thinking fall. We've got pumpkins and sunflowers and corn and apples. Sunflower seeds. Yes. Everything is cuter and mini. I like the little duck on the side. Yes, I know, right? So adorable. Somebody said honeybee. Is there a honeybee on here? I don't see a bee on this one. It's probably hiding. That would be fun. That would be a fun challenge to do, basically some kind of a little thing on your card, a little detail that everybody's going to miss, and see who can find it. That would be a good one. Kind of, I guess you could call it like an Easter egg, like in videos, they have Easter eggs. Here we have the elves making a big mess and making, oh, it's from Honeybee Stamps. Okay, thank you, honey. Okay, so this one is some little elves that are making a mess and making a bunch of cookies for Christmas. So cute. They're candy cane wallpaper. Oh, that's nice. That's a little gift bag for somebody. This looks like it's supposed to be a shopping bag, but hidden pictures. Yes, that would be a fun challenge. Y'all are going to have to remind me because I want to do so much stuff on that membership. These challenge ideas would be fabulous, right? Yeah, like a Where's Wally, Where's Waldo idea. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a bottle of wine and some presents and some flowers. So this, although it looks like a shopping bag, this is a gift bag. This is where you're giving this some stuff to somebody to say thanks. Love it. Okay, then when we went back to the emotes. Okay, next. Oh my God, what did you do? She had to make 2 cakes. So happy 70th birthday. Trotter's Independent Trading Company. So do they drive a lolly, or I don't even know if that's the right word. Do they drive a truck? That is fabulous. Or did they drive a truck? It looks like he's missing a couple of tires though. Did someone eat the tires? Small says, "Hi Mary, sorry." It's all fools and horses. Okay, and then this one. Oh my goodness. Happy 40th birthday, Kevin. Fireball whiskey. Wait, so you put the bottles of Fireball in there, and that's not actually ice. That is Hard Rock candy. Oh my God. That is absolutely fabulous. Oh, okay. Those are so cool. Great job. Idolite did some 3D projects. So look at the kitty. Yeah, that fireball cake is amazing. That is cool. And it looks like it's a sun catcher kind of thing. So it's on a thing to hang. So that's cool. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, the next one was the cards. So these are, I think these are Alicia's, I think. Crafty Owl. So that's a sheet load of cards. And then we have a little puppy in a box. Yeah, in a box frame. That is cool. Okay, and then we have this from Miss Emmerich. Oh, I love that. And I love the text in the background. Fabulous card. Fabulous card. Okay, Kelly says, I tapped my Uber driver on the shoulder. Driver himself swerves, nearly hits a bus, stops inches from a shop window. Forgive me, you're jumpy, aren't you? Sorry, this is my first day. I've been driving a hearse for the last 20 years. Okay. I will be sharing that. Oh. People say I can't multitask, but I can often amuse myself at the same time. Yeah, I can do that too. Oh no, I don't really make people mad. And then Kelly tells Linda Gorman that is lovely card. Yes. Okay, so that is it for our stream showcase. Y'all are nuts. I love ya. Okay, so we need to do a giveaway for this, and I need to pull out my sentiments. I had actually done extra sentiments. Not in this one. Where's the other bin? I have another bin. This one has sentiments in it that are left over from last week. I don't remember if I have any purple. But these are just ones that say Merry Christmas. I have red, and I have green, and I have green, and I have blue. I'm going to have to stamp another one in purple. That means taking out my my little jigs things, my little templates that I've made. Where did I put them? Here, they're over here. So we're going to do that again like we did last week. Yeah, and I'm liking finding, using tools, creating whatever tools that are going to make it easier and faster to do the things. So this time I'm taking out this because I always put I put everything in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The sentiment needs to be purple. That is Miss Vanessa. Absolutely. Well, it didn't work with any of the other colors. There's nothing but purple and black. There's nothing else would work. Okay, so we're going to take out our 100% juice. And I need some scrap. I want white scrap. That'll work. Now, this is actually one of the scraps that I've used to be a swatch for stuff. Don't forget that last Merry Christmas. What? So I'm going to put this down. And that's going to basically be where I'm going to start. Okay, let me zoom in so y'all can see what I'm doing here. So it has Merry Christmas already on there. And I can choose what size do I want to go. I don't want to go 1/4 inch. I'm going to go 3/8. I'm going to take it off of my ring because I've got a hole punch so I don't lose these. Okay. And then I can place this right over the top. Come on. Right over the top there. And it's going to be basically positioned where I want it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stamp. So now I have to find my stamp, which are over here. Oh, you meant don't forget to put it away. Okay, yeah. So here are the stamps and dies that come with those. I also need to, before I get started on this one, the easiest way to do this is to just go ahead and cut your sentiment strips, which is the reason we're using the jig. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple of 3/8 inch strips. This will be fine. Where's my paper trimmer? My paper trimmer was hiding in the drawer with the rest of my better press. Love the sentiment stay snugly. Do we need to do that one instead? I can do that one instead. It'll fit the same way. It will fit the same way. And I can actually do just a separate. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to do this. And I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. One thing I don't like about it when I'm using my sentiments, when I'm using my scraps like that, is that they don't really fit right? It's like I can't push it over and know I'm doing everything right. So I made something else. I made an additional. And I was using it earlier. And where did I put it? I made an additional one that's just basically just a rectangle. And I'm keeping it on the same. Hey, Linda, it was a napkin. I'd love to show you how to, on the mouse cards. Absolutely. Absolutely. Linda, I'm also thinking about future, not right now, probably not for a bit, but I am opening up that membership site soon. And I'm thinking I may want to have some guest teachers, if you will. And I think that that would be fabulous for you to do something like that that would be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and cut this part off for it. Otherwise, I'm going to wind up doing the wrong end. Okay. I'm going to tape this onto... Yeah, I'm going to tape this on here. Let me go ahead and trim the other side too. Just so I have hopefully about right angles, and it'll be easier to make sure I do this right. We all have inch, half inch, 3/4 inch, 5-inch, whatever. We've got all of these scraps, right? That we've all been using them. We're all really, really bad about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tape. Where did I put my tape? I'm just going to take a piece of tape. I'm going to tape it onto my plastic piece because the plastic piece is going to give me more room to work with. I'm actually going to do it this way. If I do it wider, then that's going to give me a little bit more space. And to be honest, it doesn't matter if it's correct on the top, if there's level the card on the top or not, because I'm going to be able to trim the edges. But I do need to have both sides fit. Okay, and we're going with, what did I decide? I think it was 3/8. Let me move this over to an actual tick mark so I know that I'm right. And that can go in the trash, a little bitty sliver. I'm going to move this over. There's 1/4. And then we've got 3/8. So a 3/8 is basically 1/4 and 1/2. So now I've got a 3/8 inch strip. I'm going to do another one just to be on the safe side because, yeah, there's always a possibility of me messing up the first one. So I've got 2, and since I've just got a little bit of cardstock left, might as well do the 3rd. And this idea I took from Jennifer McGuire, and what she said at the time that she did the video, and it's been a little while, but at the time she did the video, she said that she keeps extra sentiment strip pieces cut out and ready to go. Okay? And I can take off that, there it is. I can take off my tape that's on the back. It probably doesn't matter if it's on there or not. It's not going to make a difference because we're going to stamp on the other side anyway. Okay, it looks like, yeah, we had 2 pieces that I cut through the tape on. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this back out. Okay. I'm actually going to take these back off because we're not going to do the Merry Christmas anymore. I'm going to take out another piece of scrap something. Do I have any garbage paper over here? I think I don't because I took out all the trash. That's okay. We'll do that. And you guys said you like the Stay Snuggly. So we're going to do the Stay Snuggly. Actually, doing it on paper towel is not going to work because of the texture. Ha! That's not going to work. Let me see. Does Todd have a piece of paper? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to steal a piece of his notebook. Little piece of notebook paper. It doesn't matter where it is on there. I'm just going to pop that down. We're going to ink up the stamp. So now we know where it's going to stamp, right? So now I'm going to take this guy and just position it around it so it's basically, it's in the center, top and bottom. And since I'm using my sticky mat, I can then press it down into the mat and it's going to stay right where it is. Small says, I sent you a message sharing pics with you just in case you're wondering why I messaged you. Okay, I got to see. Oh! Okay, guys. This didn't go into Stream Showcase, Smalls. It should have gone into Stream Showcase. But we're going to show this. You got to look at this. These are ones that she made years ago. Small Town Dreams, who is a streamer. She does gaming and stuff on Twitch. She made this. Isn't that cute? A shadow box card with little pumpkins. And here's another shadow box card with this creepy spider. Oh, I love that. Love that. She did such a good job. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled shenanigans. Okay, so we're going to do it that way. And then what we can do now is just take one of our little strips, put it right in there in that slot, that is cut in the template, ink up our stamp again. Magic. And now it's right in the center. It's perfect. And this also means that you can do sentiment strips, mass producing them, do a ton of them all at once. Yeah, I think I need another. I'm going to do a couple more of the winter. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but I might. All right. So we're going to do it again. I'm just going to prove to you that it's going to work again. So we're going to just add a little ink. And the only reason I'm using this big friggin' platform here is you guys saw what I did with the Misty last time. I kept forgetting where on the Misty I needed to put the paper in order for the paper and the template and all the things to actually fit, because I'm an idiot. But another perfect one. And so it's perfectly centered. As long as the template is lined up right around it. This is closer than if you tried stamping it out and then die cutting it, or stamping it out and then cutting it with your paper trimmer. Because I know me, I would do it wrong. I always have trouble with this. Okay, one more. We're going to do 3 of them that say stay snugly. And I don't think we're going to use them all on the same card, but anyway. And there we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And you don't have to use it like that. I mean, if you can line it up real well with a block. Great. Thank you, Stephanie. I love you, hon. I know. I just practiced a lot. There was a while. I've said this multiple times. When I first started making cards, I was basically making them and giving them away to the people that I worked with. So my favorite holidays, for cards especially, but my favorite holidays are Christmas. Everybody loves Christmas, and Halloween. So I was at the last 2 years that I was working there, I made 300 Halloween and 300 Christmas cards just to give to people that worked for my company. Yeah, that was a lot. So what I wound up doing at that point, and this is like after work, this is working a full-time job and doing that and working overtime, the whole bit. So what I was doing with that is I would do the same project, the same card, I would do like 12 times. So mass producing was definitely a thing back then. I did a lot of that, but that also meant I got a lot of practice doing the same things over and over and over again. And when you do that, you get good. I am still shocked and amazed at how good some of my cards are. So for this, I do need to trim off the other end, and I'm going to eyeball it and guess. Well, let's not. Let's be more precise. If we're being precise with the stamping, why not? So this is actually a 1/2 inch away from the end. So we're going to cut this one a 1/2 inch away from the other end, and we'll know where that is by just using a pencil and drawing a little bit past it. So now I know it's going to be perfectly centered. Or close enough. There we go. And we've used foam on all of this, so we're using more foam. And I think at this point we're pretty much done, so I am gonna do the thing. We are gonna do the giveaway. And watch. Who has not been in the chat very often lately? Why, Miss Foam. We haven't seen Smalls in here in a bit, so she's probably going to be the one to win. So we're going to go ahead and start our giveaway. And no, it is not rigged. I have proven that time and again. We're hitting the button to start the giveaway. So go ahead and type into the chat if you would like to win this. This is not a Christmas card. This is basically a winter card. Because you could have hot cocoa anytime when it's cold. You could have hot cocoa even when it's not cold. I love this card though. He is so cute. Small says, I have hot cocoa when it's 80. I know, right? I used to drink hot cocoa a lot. This is before I kind of converted myself to coffee. And what I wound up discovering is that the packets of cocoa, which is what I was drinking while I was at work, but the packets of cocoa had like 300 milligrams or whatever it was some outrageous amount of sodium. And I thought, well, I want to lose weight because I'm going to get married. I want to lose weight, so I need to what?
Those who say it is too warm for...
Okay. Todd wants to tell y'all something. Here. Oh, by the way, you can come into the photo.
No, I am all yucky from being on the... I am grungy, yes.
Todd is very grungy.
Those who say it is too hot for coffee shall not be trusted.
What about hot cocoa?
Oh, I don't like cocoa.
Small says hi. Vanessa says hi. Small says... Anyway, I decided to stop doing the hot cocoa thing, and I think he did change my headset. Anyway, bigoter? What? Does iced coffee count? Oh well, I'm an iced tea girl. Anyway, I think that's the most that y'all have gotten to see the Todd in any stream of mine. It's okay, Todd. We like you anyway. Yeah, I am very happy that that's working. The only thing is, knock wood, any kind of send prayers to your angels that it doesn't break again, because he thought he had fixed it and it didn't work. And then he had to get another part. And yeah, so this is the second repair on it for the same problem over the last week. And the first time that it showed up was when we were when we were in Venice Beach, Venice, Florida. I don't know if it's Venice Beach or not, but we were in Venice, Florida. And oh, that is so cute. It's not, I need to make sure it's straight. This is the van. My car has not gotten fixed yet, and we're probably not going to do it at this point. The thought is we're probably, because it turns out Todd, you know how somebody does something so much you think that they enjoy it? Okay. Coming back up, doing this again, and putting this down here, and hopefully holding it in place. Now we'll put our little sentiment down again. Oh, I know why it looked like it was crooked. The reason it looked like it was crooked is because the back paper isn't completely. Anyway. Oh, and then it's too far over. Dang it! I still did it wrong. Okay, that looks better. Oh, and it is more purple than this. You guys are seeing, I think it's the lighting is not 100% where I like it. Let's see. I'm going to lower it a little bit. Okay, now you can see it better. Now you can tell it's not completely blown out. It is more purple than what you thought. Isn't that just so lovely? And it's still not straight. It's like it's like each end has to go just a little bit past the edge of the vellum, or it's not going to be centered. It's like, I'm just having issues, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, is that close enough? Is that close enough? He is so friggin' cute. So cute. Love him. Okay. We have glitter. We have penguin. We have purple. We have all those things. So if you are on either of the channels, if you're on Twitch or on YouTube and you still want to get in on the giveaway, type ! down in the chat in order to get that. So if you are lurking, go ahead and get in on the giveaway. Okay, what else do I want to do? I kind of want to do some bling. I'm looking to see what all I have over here, because I only have a limited amount of stuff at my desk because I'm trying not to have all the things at my desk. I did pull out a bunch of Halloween, but I thought I had some Christmas stuff over here too. Maybe I put it away after the stream where we were with Miss Elizabeth last week. I think that's the case. Because here's the stuff that I've got. This is good colors, but this is Halloween. It's got little Draculas in it. That went up. No. I don't think I want to put well, okay, we'll look. We will look at the googly eyes. I think well, if I can find them. Where did I put them? Okay. No, because I can't find them. So I'm not going to do it. But isn't he just adorable? I love that. And the die cutting was so friggin' easy, right? And I love the way that he's floating up. Now, the one person I've seen that did this. Oh, I forgot about that. We were going to, well, I decided not to because it was the wrong colors, but maybe, let's look. Where did I put the rest of the die cuts? I may have, I didn't toss them, did I? I might have. So here's the rest of this. And then that was that. There they are. They're under here. We do have one candy cane that is going to be purple and white. We can do that because I didn't want to do it in purple and black, but I thought I wasn't going to use this. I don't remember why I have them in black. So I can make that, and that would be cute over the side. You know, just like this little guy has his little candy cane, we can do another candy cane over here. While y'all decide, is anybody else going to get in on a giveaway? And I stayed mostly focused today, guys, believe it or not. And we are almost, well, we're basically done. I could have already ended the stream like 3 times by now, but y'all kind of try to, y'all, I don't know what it is. So most people are able to do like a 1 hour or a 1 hour stream and it's fine. And you guys, I don't think you would not like me anymore if I had kept it to an hour. I think you would abandon me. Some folks don't show up until after an hour. I don't get it. Okay, I'm going to trim it down.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
Thank you for that. So I'm trimming it down a little bit so it's going to fit behind there because I got the foam holding it. I'm pretty sure I was an hour late. Thank you, Miss Vanessa. I love you. You guys are awesome. I really do. No, we like all the jokes and fooling around. You like that I've decided that this is now going to be a kitty cat crafty party, right? Okay, so this is going to be back behind it and attached to the vellum. So hopefully it won't come off. Let me position that and then put my tweezers in there to hold it. We're going to let that sit for a little bit. Vanessa says, yes, please, about something. So yeah, I decided, you know, we've been having so much fun with so much stuff and shenanigans and all the things that this is no longer a tutorial. This is a crafty party. We are coming here to get together and just have fun. And yeah, I love that you guys love coming and hanging out with me. And I love that I don't scare you off, except for Rhonda. Except for Rhonda. It looks like I scared Rhonda off. She ran away. I'm going to have to find out what's going on with that. Okay, so this is perfect. Love it. Love, love, love it. Yeah, I love it when you guys are chatting. Absolutely. So, yeah. Okay, couple of things coming up. I am going to do the giveaway and then we're going to end. But a couple of things coming up. First off on, let me look at my calendar again. Today is Tuesday. So on Thursday the 10th, Thursday the 10th, we will be going live at noon on YouTube and Twitch. It's my regular Twitch time, but I am going to be going live on both channels at noon because we're going to be looking at all the new Spellbinders collections that are coming out on the 10th. So we're going to be looking at that, and we'll be creating at least a card. After that, I'm also going to be starting... there is another summit coming up really quick. This one is Cardmaker Success Summit, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Cardmaker Success Summit, and it's going to be all Christmas themed, super fun. And that one's got a light up card from me in there. And I will be starting to send out all of the promotional emails and such on the 10th. So be sure to get your free ticket to the summit using my links. I get credit for it. I'd really appreciate that. Other than that, I don't think there's anything additional next week. I know on Friday I've got a Pear Blossom Press design team project due. So that one's going to be on the 11th, which is Friday. And that's going to be a video. And the next, we'll be back to our regular schedule on Tuesday and Thursday next week. After that, the following week, we'll have a little bit extra stuff in because, again, we're going to have some more new release stuff. But that's what I've got planned right now. Let's go ahead and do the drawing unless the ads have started. I don't think the ads have started yet. And I'm not even on the right thing over on Twitch to see all the things. Stream Manager. If the ads have started, I can probably pause it. Where's my ad pause thing? Or did I just start it? I thought I was pausing it. Okay. I guess I accidentally started the ad. So we have approximately 45 seconds before that ad is done. And then we can do the giveaway. And I think you guys did tell me that you would like to have the templates that I'm using for this, right? So I need to put together something that you guys can download and cut out yourself, like using a Cricut or some electronic cutting machine, or you could just cut them out yourself out of paper. Adelaide says, I hope I win the card for my friend. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the giveaway now. Let me get ready for the button. 16 folks in the chatty chat want this card, so let's go ahead and do that. Drum roll, and who is it gonna be? Might help if I was actually over the thing. Miss Danielle. Danielle, you are the winner of this wintry, stay snuggly little purple penguin. So go ahead and type into the chat. No, not into the chat. There is a link to the form in the chat so you can fill out the form and let me know where to mail this to. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me again. As always, I love you bunches and I can't wait to see you again next time. We will see you on Thursday Thursday at noon Eastern time on YouTube and Twitch. And if you're able to look at both of them, that actually helps me more because you know what? It affects both algorithms, you know. I was in last night with Lynn. I was actually on four live streams in the chat on all 4 of them for her. So hopefully that helped all of the channels that we're doing that. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, and I will. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to do the credits. We're gonna roll credits. So thank you so much to all of my donors and all the people. So Miss Mary. It didn't show the other one. I don't know why it didn't show the other one. Anyway, thank you guys. Oh, I probably didn't have it turned on. Anyway, thank you to all of my members. Thank you to the folks that have donated to my channel. You guys rock. And thank you so much. I appreciate everything you do. And I will see you guys on Thursday. And anyway, bye guys. Love ya.